Hey, beauty cuties, you want to make sure you check out this video to the end because we got a bonus in here for you. But I'm going to show you how to make alteration, how to take a wig that is a large down to a small. Here's my very first tip. Is you can sew on a band. These are amazing. I love these. These are a must-have and a go-to. This is absolutely must-have in all wigs. Whether you are small, medium, large, extra large, triple X, or petite. These work amazing. One for the security, and it just feels good because it's like a good hug, or anybody that's ever worn a girdle, it's like a good fitting girdle. Where you would sew a band in is right where the ears are. You line that up perfectly and you go straight across. And I would say if you don't have a band in there, go to a fabric store. That's where I get mine. I get mine from a fabric store. And you take a white pencil, then you go over here, you push up and you go 1, 2, 3. And that's how you get an accurate fit. The super duper bonus. If you have a wig like this, let me show you how to do alterations. Again, we're going to go from this is an ear tab. The thing on the side is the ear tab. You have one on your right and on your left. These are the indicators. They go in front of your ears, show you where to actually place the wig. Now, let me show you how to do alterations on a wig to definitely take out some of the bulk in the material, and it'll fit so much more comfortable. So one of the first things that I'm going to suggest is you're going to go, here's your ear tab. You're going to take it straight across. So you want that one, you want that track and the track below it. You can do 4, but I recommend starting with 3. Usually 3 will take out the majority of the bulk. So I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. Then I'm going to go from the back in the inside, and I'm going to take this stainless steel clip, and I'm going to pinch that together. Clip like this versus like this. This is harder. These are made for rollers. This is made for rollers as well, but it's not going to fight you when it's time to go in. So again, I'm going to take the first 3, 1, 2, 3 there. And I'm going to line that up 1, 2, 3. And I'm just going to speed up the video because it's really consistency. I'm just taking my clips and I'm taking every third weft straight across from ear tab from the left to the ear tab to the right. And you be just as consistent and as neat because it's going to help you really to sew it down and to make sure that you get a better fit for a smaller head. You just take the needle, you go in. And the reason why I put the clips there is because I can keep those wefts together. Now, what I am doing here is I'm taking for my first stitch is I'm taking my needle in between the actual thread. That's your first stitch. That's your foundational stitch so that this doesn't fall apart. You want to make sure that you pull it really taut, because if you don't, you're not going to feel the alterations that you're doing. So you're going to keep those 3 wefts, or you can do 4 up to 5. The more wefts you grab, the tighter the wig is going to fit. And so I'm going to speed this part up as well. And you can just see me going in and out just straight across. And I'm using the clips as my guide. Now here, where you see the ribbon that is sewn in, all I'm doing is I'm gathering that. Now, some wig alterators, those that do alterations on wigs, they don't like to sew that ribbon together. I do personally because I want a great fit. Again, this is your ear tab. Those are the 3 wefts. Again, you got to make sure it's behind the ear tab. Grab 3, no more than 5 wefts together. That way you can get a perfect fit for a smaller head. And again, I'm going to speed this up so you can just see the consistency and the neatness. When you're dealing with wigs and when you're dealing with styling, the neater you are, the better results you're going to get. Now here, I just flipped the wig on the other side so I can now sew from that left ear tab all the way to the middle. I've taken out all my clips because really the foundation of the 3 wefts have all been gathered. Now I'm just finishing everything up, and it's really easy. Once you get in there, you use your clips, you just stitch the same 3 wefts from one ear tab to the next ear tab. And again, when you do get to the end, you want to make sure you put some extra stitching in there just simply so that it can stay together, because you don't want to have this hard work, all that you've done, just start falling apart. And as long as you're stitching it and making sure that you are knotting up the ends once you finish your stitch. And again, you see it's right behind the ear tab. Now what you see me doing is that little band underneath the ear tab. It has a tendency of sometimes coming loose. So what I do is I like to sew it down to the actual wig. That is the part there that I wanted you to see that now I'm done. Those 3 wefts are done straight across from one ear tab to the other ear tab. And this will truly give you a better fit. Now, I'm flipped it on the other side so you can see what it looks like. And if you look in there, everything is so nice. It just comes together really, really nice. I promise you, if you use this method, it's going to work. Have faith. You can do it. Okay, as promised, beauty cuties, I am going to give you that bonus tip. The straps in the slots. Okay, so when you put these straps in these little slots, it makes it tighter. But what do you do when you get a wig and it doesn't have that attachment and the wig is still too big? And you've pulled this so close that it's still too much room. Might want to use that. You might want to use safety pins instead of your T-pins. I like the T-pins because it's straight and I can get more coverage like this. Okay, so what you're going to do, you can do one or two things. You can either sew this down. You can use a fabric glue to glue it down. I use good old-fashioned super glue. And you're just going to dab it at the corner. Here, here. And you're going to hold it down. Now, in one of my tips, I remember I said, then you take this out. And you put 1 stitch from behind. That's all you need is 1 stitch. An alteration tip that you can do. You are going to take that needle in between these two T-pin pieces of thread. Pull it as pull left, pull right, pull left. So a nice secure fit. Then I'm going to use my super glue. Just going to dab it just a little bit. You don't need a lot. Little bit will go a long way. And you're done. And what that's going to do is, one, is going to cause this to fit a lot more comfortable for you, and you can control it. So let me do the other side so you can see again what I did. You take a T-pin. After you find out what's comfortable, because you have to put it on, and that's why I say use safety pins first. That way you won't hurt yourself. But I'm pulling as close as I can without getting too much bulk in the wig. Once I lay it down, I line that up perfectly. I'm going to grab it with my pinky here and my thumb, and then grab it here, because all I want to do is lay this completely flat and lined up. I'm going to go down, and you're going to do this until you get a nice, comfortable fit for you. I'm just going to take this last piece, go through like that, okay? Once I got that laid down, you see how lined up perfectly that is? That's what you want. Next thing what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to take a little bit of glue, put it on one corner, put it on the other corner, just a dab. Then I'm going to pull and hold down. Then you're going to remove your pin, hold it down, make sure it's nice and secure. You're going to hold it for about 10 seconds. After that, you're going to get your curved needle And see how that loops up right there, or it kind of buckles up? That's what we're going to stop. Now, you always want to make sure before you go in and start another section, you always want to rethread with a knot at the end. It's so much easier. You don't have to. Like I said, the police ain't gonna come get you, but honey, it makes your life so much easier. Okay, so I'm actually going to grab it right here so I can get that space out. Where that stitch is, then you're going to cut it off. Okay, beauty cuties, I hope these So I'm just going to pull it through one time. Pull it through one more time. You don't need a lot of stitching, just a little bit of do. So once I get that second stitch, I pull through, put that